Then it can be a problem. Then you have to go transtuberosity to avoid that, not enclosing.
Okay. I want you to explain your technique, but we don't have time to go through everything. So just give me the 5 best things you need to know when you want to do an infra, a supra. I will give you mine, which is on X-ray actually. You can show the image. Position the plate before cutting. Can you show the X-ray? So this is my first X-ray. The PowerPoint, please. This is my first X-ray before anything. I put the plate on with a perfect anterior posterior view. I fix the screw proximally. I remove the plate. I leave the distal the drill at the distal aspect to be sure that my cut will not be impinged with those screws. And then I switch my X-ray to the lateral aspect to do my osteotomy. And I will highly suggest this plate is perfectly designed. One of the designers in the room. This plate is perfect. The only thing is it's very hard to have it perfectly matched on the frontal and lateral X-ray. So before cutting and doing crazy job with your key wires and your saw, position the plate and fix the 3 proximal screws because you can remove everything and return back to those holes without any problem, as long as you're not trying to fix it distally and proximally, because otherwise you cannot close anymore, of course. But this is my number 1 tips and tricks. Jörg, what are yours?
So I come point 2. Important point is to set your hinge in the exact place. The hinge place is in the root of the posterior cruciate ligament, and in this place the bone is very failure forgiving. So if you take this orange line,
show the images, please.
Picture,
yeah, perfect.
And we always are putting our saw on the distal side from the wire. So this would be by far too distal. So you should go too distal. You should go. The hinge point is about 0.5 more up there, just where it's making
in the curvature.
In the curvature, there it's metaphyseal bone. It's very good hinge, and I did not see any problems with hinge fractures if you hit this point exactly.
Rags, technique number 3 in supratubercle. Do you have 2 free top tips we need to know?
Yeah, so I think making sure that you've got a proper exposure around going deep to the medial collateral ligament around the tibialis anterior, so that you've got retractors in place, because sometimes your saw blade is going into positions you can't fully see it. So doing a good exposure from the front, making sure that you go all the way up to the hinge point with your saw, okay, because there is a risk of fracture. It is very forgiving in that area, but you need to be quite daring to go all the way up to your hinge point so you get